Well, in the previous video, I looked at the potentially new record for not only Italy, but the continent of Europe, with Sicily recording 48.8 Celsius last Wednesday, and a question mark over, is Spain next? Well, I can partially answer that question. We've had a temperature yesterday afternoon of 47.2 Celsius in Montoro. This is off extreme temperatures around the world, their Twitter feed, and not only is that the hottest temperature ever recorded for the month of August in Spain, but it's only 0.1 Celsius off the all-time record. Going to be interesting to see how hot the temperatures get over central and southern Spain this afternoon as well. Thanks for clicking on to the Sunday edition of Vogan's European Outlook. Of course, heat is the main story at the moment across many portions of the world, but honing in on southern Europe in particular at the moment. I believe I've seen a report that the Earth seen its hottest July on record, I believe. So rather interesting as well. But I believe all the recording stations in and around Madrid also recorded its hottest temperature on record, according to extreme temperatures around the world's Twitter feed as well. These were the highest temperatures across Europe yesterday, so plenty of heat, with the exceptions of northern portions of Britain, across Ireland, and I suppose you could argue most of Scandinavia. But it's interesting how, while we see hot temperatures, extreme temperatures once again across Iberia today, we are going to start to see a decrease in temperature. Now we're going to start to pick up a more pronounced northerly flow over the UK. If we look at the surface pressure chart, you can see here that we've got an area of low pressure over the southern portion of Ireland, main low centered over eastern Scandinavia, northwestern Russia, over the Baltic states, and that is between the high over the Atlantic and the low over the Baltic states. We're drawing in a northerly airflow. So the heat that we're speaking about at the moment across southern Europe, focusing particularly on Spain at the moment, we are going to start to see a decrease in temperature here as we go forward. You can see here, as I skip through the loop, the noticeable component to our weather, if you want to call it that, as we go through the early portion of the week, is going to be that northerly airflow and keeping temperatures pegged back below normal across more or less all of the UK, struggling to even get to 21 Celsius, 22 at best in the southern portion of the UK. We've got a pretty distinct and deep area of low pressure over Denmark here. And generally speaking, what we're going to see is we're going to wipe out the warmth over Central Europe, peg back the temperatures over Spain as well, and we're going to clean things out with this northerly fresh air coming in off the Atlantic, wiping out the heat and bringing things back down below normal across central portions of Europe here. And as I skip through the sequence, we continue with that northerly airflow here through the second half of the week before another system comes in off the Atlantic. I think generally August is looking like it's turning out as expected, according to my forecast back at the end of July, with a fairly cool, fairly unsettled theme for the British Isles overall. But you can see here, if we look specifically at the GFS temperature anomaly here, that we've got, although we've got heat over Central Europe, over much more or less all of Iberia, we do have that freshening of conditions here. Look at how we go below normal across the heart of Europe here, even across Spain, where temperatures, 47 degrees. We're going to be taking a significant chunk off that over the next few days here. And of course, this story here with the wiping out of the heat will of course not really be mentioned probably in the mainstream media, generally speaking here. So although it's very hot at the moment, we are going to see a big drop in temperature, especially across Central Europe and across even Iberia over the next 5-day period here, according to the model here. So that's it for today. Hope you have a great day, and be back in the next couple of days with more. Bye for now.